So, good morning and welcome to our school studio. We are delighted to have you with us today. Can you introduce yourself, ma'am?
My name is Cristina. I come from Spain, and I've been spending a few months in Nepal. These are my last 3 weeks here, and before going home, I wanted to share some time with students and in your school, and I'm delighted to be here and very thankful for welcome me.
Okay, so thank you, Christina. Our first question is, so where in Spain from are you? And what is your hometown like? Can you share some of your lifestyle with us?
Yes, I come from Alicante. Alicante is a middle-sized city in the southeast of Spain. It's by the Mediterranean Sea. It's a beautiful city, and we get a lot of tourism from all over Europe and all over the world because we have beautiful beaches and a very nice weather all year long.
So what in your life has inspired you to become a volunteer teacher, Christina? Can you share us some of your experiences?
The reason why I've become a volunteer is because when we are traveling, we get so much from these countries, from India, Nepal. We are so welcome. We are treated so well, and we feel so grateful to the way you treat us. That me personally, I want to give something in return. I think this is basic karma. We receive, we have to give, and so it goes.
Okay, so you mean you like our this Asian countries hospitality you like the most, you mean, right? Am I right?
Yes.
So why did you choose to come to Nepal in this scenario?
Actually, I was spending some months in India, and for the visa regulations, you need to leave the country after 3 months. So most of the foreigners that go to India for long term, we need to choose to go somewhere else for a few days or weeks and then return to India. Me, I had the option of going to Sri Lanka or Nepal, but I always thought that Nepal will be a very special place because of the nature and because of the location, the culture, and it's been a great surprise because really I wasn't expecting much, and I have fallen in love with this country. I've now been here 3 months almost, and I will come back very soon.
Yeah, okay. We expect you to come back very soon and share us some new experiences that you collected. Okay, so how is life in Nepal different from your country, Spain?
Wow, this is a very difficult question because in the base, we are all one, we're all the same,
Yeah.
Children are same everywhere, beautiful souls, wanting to learn and wanting to interact with foreigners. Life in Spain is more let's say we're more into the system. We have a lot of obligations, responsibilities. We are too attached to our work and schedules. And here in Nepal, I can see that people enjoy life in a different way. They're more attached to nature, and they're very friendly, very welcoming. They're not so cold, and they trust people, they trust each other, and it's a pleasure to feel that familiarity with other human beings.
Next question to you is, so you like the hospitality about our countries and other Asian countries. So how do you feel about our school and our students?
I mean, finding this school has been so amazing and so lucky. I wouldn't know wish for better. You are all very well prepared. You all understand English. I can tell that you have a very good education. You have beautiful, prominent futures, and it's been extremely lucky to actually just, walk in and being welcome among you.
Okay, so. My next question is that I've been curious about you. You have been from another country and stayed in India. You were here to visit India. Then you came to Nepal. You have been sharing us your very kind informations and giving us positive information. So I want to know that if you have learned any Nepali phrases or words, or if you could share any with us.
Well, I must admit that is very difficult for us. The language is very different, so it's actually very different, very difficult to remember words and names. And I'm so sorry for all the times that I don't remember your names or I don't pronounce them properly. But you have to understand there's a very, very different pronunciation. I can say namaste for sure. I can say dandaba, and that's about it for the time being. I hope, like in the next future, I learn some more words.
I really appreciate it, Christina. I know it's very hard. The accent is different. The words are different. I know it's really very hard, and I'm really happy that you learned some words for us, and you tried to try to adapt the language of Nepal. Like I've asked you quite many questions about Nepal. Now I want to move to your country, Spain. I want to know that what is the famous or the traditional food of Spain?
One of the most famous dishes in Spain is called paella. We spell Paella. It's interesting because it's also a rice dish, so it has a lot of similarities with some of your dishes. The only difference is that we cook it on a very big pan, and it's a very, very fine rice with, like, you can have it with vegetables, with chicken. It's very famous. You can easily, like, search for it and see how it looks, and it's very delicious.
Okay, Krishna, as you have recommended me, then I will of course search the recipe and try to make it at my home if I could, because trying a new dish or trying a new thing is my type. So I will of course try to. Now, can you share about some popular or traditional festivals that you celebrate in Spain?
Well, I'm going to share with you about tomatina. I don't know if you heard about it. It's become very popular in Asian countries because, particularly in India, they made a film, like a love story in this place. It's called Buñol. It's a small village near to where I live from, in Castellón. And what they do is they fill in these big, huge trucks full of tomatoes, raw tomatoes, very soft raw tomatoes, and there are a few people on the top of the trucks and a lot of people around, and they throw these tomatoes from the trucks, and then everyone throws the tomatoes to each other, and it's a lot of fun. Everyone loves this, and in the last few years it's become very popular, and we get people from all over the world to the Tomatina festival.
So the interesting thing about this festival is I have recently read about this festival in my English book. Like it was added in our curriculum, so we can know about the world and the traditions or cultures all around the world. So I actually know about this festival too, not briefly, but I know surfacely about this festival, that it is celebrated in Spain and all. So what are your hobbies and the interesting things that you like to do in your spare time?
My favorite hobby or my favorite thing to do is always been traveling. Since a very young age, I've always had this passion for going to broad places, like going, I was very young, went to the United States, and then I lived in the UK. I was in China for a couple of years. Now I'm here in Asia, and I think by traveling it makes your life so different, because instead of just being in one place, you can have all these different chapters, and it makes it so enrichment, much more rich and much more fulfilling. I also like the sea, all the water sports, I surf a little bit, and I love paddling, and I love to be on the sea and do any sea sports.
Yeah, I see traveling new places and knowing about new things is my hobbies too. So I guess we are similar in some ways. So what has been your most memorable experience in Nepal?
I would think that my most memorable moment is being now. For me, one of the things that I've learned over the last few months is the importance of focusing on the present, and not being so much into the past or in the future. So what I try to do is being now, being, been happy with what I'm doing, and at the moment I'm sharing all this time with you here in Pinnacle, and I'm absolutely loving it. And I think it will definitely be, if not my best moment, one of my most favorite and memorable moments while I'm in Nepal.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. What advice would you like to give to our young minds studying in this Pinnacle Academy to make their future more like successful, or their future more presentable?
Well, I could be like talking for a long time about this, but I'm talking about my own experience. I came here like to talk about this mental health awareness. Is very important to believe in yourself, to know what is good for you, what is good for the others, to set an example. I think the only thing we can do as human beings is, be an example to others and be a good influence in others. Like, so when I leave this school, you remember me as someone that actually like was helpful to you, maybe not to all, but if only one of you actually like remember me and it makes a difference, all will be worthwhile.
Thank you, ma'am. I will of course remember the information you have given us, the life skill that you have taught us. I know that every student in our school will remember all the things that you have taught us. So I want to ask you a question. If our students, if by chance any students get to visit to your country, Spain, what places would you suggest them to visit?
Definitely, you should visit Madrid. Madrid is the capital of Spain, and for that is where all the main historical places. There's a lot of culture, a lot of different diversity. It's a beautiful city, very alive. Also, Barcelona is on the coast. It's also a major city, and again, it has beautiful culture, traditions, and beautiful people. And finally, I would love you maybe one day you can come to my hometown, to Alicante, and experience the Mediterranean Sea, and a little bit smaller town, but beautiful place to visit.
Okay, I hope that someday I will be able to visit your country, and I may be even able to meet you some days. Okay, so finally, what message would you like to share with our school community?
I think as human beings, the only purpose for us, for our lives, is just, as I said before, just try to become a better person, be an example to others, and influence positively in everyone, any interaction you have in life, try to be a good influence. I think that's as much as we can do while we're here.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much for your wonderful time and the wonderful talking with you. So it's my pleasure to meet with you and have this beautiful interview with you. I hope that your time in Nepal goes very nice and you may enjoy your time. Thank you.
Thank you very much, dear. Thank you very much to the school for welcoming me, for opening your arms to my initiative, and I'm really happy to be here and be part of this beautiful community.